Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 16 of albums that are 40 years old in 2022. That's right, 40 years. Celebrating album releases from 1982. We got 28 days of February, 28 of my favorite albums released in 1982. I'm asking you guys to do the exact same thing each and every day. You listen to my pick, you add yours in down below in the comments section. So this particular one, a really good live album that I like quite a bit by a band that I love quite a bit. It was released April 1982, produced by Sandy Pearlman and George Gennarios. Of course, I'm talking about Blue Oyster Cult Extraterrestrial Live, released on Columbia Records. Yeah, there they are. B.O.C. All right, of course, this was recorded at various places throughout their tours of 1980 and 81, including the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, very near where I live here. We've got the Tower Theater in Philadelphia, Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, Hollywood Sportatorium, Pembroke Pines, Florida. What else? The Country Club in Reseda, California. That's basically it. Yeah, those are where all these things are taken from. So a good chunk of the stuff taken, however, from the Nassau Coliseum and the Hollywood Sportatorium. A good chunk of this album came from there. So, of course, Eric Bloom, lead vocals on a good chunk of the tracks. Rhythm guitar, some keyboards. Donald Buck Dharma Roser on lead guitar, lead vocals on a couple songs. Alan Lanier, keyboards and guitar. Excuse me. Joe Bouchard, bass, lead vocals on a track. Rick Downey also plays some drums on here, as well as Albert Bouchard on a couple tracks, because this was right around the time where Albert had left the band. Rick Downey came in for a bit, right, because we started to see some upheaval in the classic lineup of BOC right around this time. You've also got a guest guitar solo from none other than Robbie Krieger, who joins on Roadhouse Blues, a song they were playing quite a bit right around this time. So here you got a nice selection of track. Let's be real. This is not on your feet or on your knees, right? Maybe not even Some Enchanted Evening, but I still think this is a really strong live album. I mean, how many bands have like really three great live albums, fairly early on in their career, in addition to all those great solo albums? So, and it's funny because I say that this live album is maybe not as good as those other two, but it's still pretty high standard here. And that's the thing. It's like, those other two live albums are pretty much legendary live albums. Maybe this isn't legendary, but it's really, really good. And it's right around the time where, I saw them for the first time live. And that's always a good thing. And I did not get my water this morning. Excuse me. I got that, that post-nasal drip thing every morning. It's terrible. I've had it for almost my entire life. Anyway, you got Dominance and Submission on here. Again, a lot of great tracks from throughout their career. Cities on Flame. Dun, dun, dun. We got Dr. Music. I always kind of like the version on here. Pretty damn good. You got the Red and the Black. You got Joan Crawford, right? You got the great extraterrestrial stuff on here from Fire of Unknown Origin, right? You got Burning for You. Roadhouse Blues, like I mentioned before. You got Black Blade off the great Cultosaurus Erectus album. You got Hot Rails to Hell, Godzilla, Veteran of the Psychic Wars, another great track from the album I mentioned before, okay, from Fire of Unknown Origin. You got ETI, Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and then, of course, finishing it off with Don't Fear the Reaper. I mean, for me, I think what would have made this live album, a little cooler is, try not to repeat songs from the other live albums, which I think that's what made the first two so really good. It's like they tried hard to mix things up a little bit, but you do have some repetition here. But that's got a couple songs you gotta have at every show, right? And just gotta have on every live album. So I guess that explains some of the repeat on some of the tracks. But good to hear, Dr. Music on here, Joan Crawford, Burning for You, obviously, Black Blade, Veteran of the Psychic Wars. Roadhouse Blues is fun. Back they used to do Born to Be Wild, and Blue Oyster Cult's always done like a cover or two here and there. But would have loved this to be a little longer. And this was a double album, but kind of a short double album, I always thought. But still really, really cool. So I dig this. I like the sound of it. I think it just basically gives you a good representation of where Blue Oyster Cult as a live band were at this time. So I like it. There you go. Extraterrestrial Live, Blue Oyster Cult is my pick for today. Let us know what you think of this really cool live album in the comments below, as well as your pick for day 16 down below. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. We got new album reviews coming up today. We got, hopefully, if I can get to all of them, we've got Saxon, Earthless, Praying Mantis, Neil Sean, maybe Elium. That's kind of what we're concentrating on. I got other stuff that's coming in. So hopefully we should be getting real soon. So, new Voivod, things like that. So, I know we got the new Scorpions coming out relatively soon as well. So, all that's coming up in the weeks ahead. So stay tuned for that and a lot more here at the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content. We've also got the link below to our Ko-Fi page if you want to make a channel donation, which is greatly appreciated, and a link to our merch page below as well if you want to get some cool Sea of Tranquility stuff. Otherwise, we'll see you here tomorrow with another album that is 40 years old in 2022. Take care. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one. Bye-bye.